Hopefully the stream works. See? There we go. Okay, good evening, one and all. Vector here again, back with my current challenge of watch me stream a game I haven't tried from my Steam backlog every day in 2026. It is day 191. It is July 10th, 11:42 p.m. Keeping the streak alive. As you can see by the notes, I'm going to be trying out Coconut Simulator. I also have Coconut Simulator 2 installed, but something tells me I'm going to be playing this first one for a while. Also, this is the first time I've played a game on the suggestion of somebody else watching the stream. So this goes out to you, EggrollRolls, for being a regular, showing up. What's up, friend? Welcome back. It's happening. I said I would do it, so I'm gonna do it. Here we go. Remember, you did this, or you influenced this, and it's happening. Okay, we are here with Coconut Simulator. 3 basic options: play, settings, and quit. I honestly have no idea what this is. I mean, looking at the store page for it, it looks like it's just what the title suggests. You're a coconut that sits there. Is there more going on? I don't know. It has a lot of other weird tags, like psychological horror and life sim. Those don't go together very often, but we'll see. Settings: English, full screen, ultra graphics. Sure. We hit play. Game arcade or realistic? Oh man. I guess we'll start with arcade. Loading. Oh. Aha. Just keeps a score. Is that the only thing that is the difference between arcade and Shadow's a little janky. Okay, so I have a camera. I can view the ocean and some sort of landmass over there. I don't seem to be able to move around. Something tells me that this is it. This is the game. I knew what I was getting into to some extent when I was doing this. It's pretty. It's cool in a unique way. I will absolutely give you that. I think when I saw this and what I was realizing in the back of my mind is I should save this. I should save this game for a rainy day when I'm feeling really sick and don't want to play anything. And this is my ace in the hole to be like, hey, here you go. Here's me, quote, streaming a game, end quote. And there we go. I'm sorry, there's skin. What do you mean there's skins? There's skins for this? How? How are there skins for this? Also, hang on a sec. Try the new feature. Press H to hide the HUD. Okay. Okay, so the score goes away if I press H. That's the HUD. Okay. Amazing. What would be very neat is if this was also... Alright, so we're here. Might as well explore this a little bit. Go away, friends list. Coconut Simulator. The achievements, I did notice. Uh-oh. It's trying. Did that work? Clicked it. There they are. Beginner Coconut. Be a coconut for 1 hour. Score of 3,600 points. Or just 3,600. 5 hours. 10, 50, and 100. Not bad. I think when I was looking at the sequel, it goes for much longer. So I don't know how many of these I will get. I will try to hit the first achievement tonight and just sort of chill out and relax, and that'll be that. But yeah, I'm still taken aback. What do you mean there's skins? Skins where? If I hit escape, does that also pause the score? The 91, 92, 93. It absolutely pauses the score. Screw that. Achievements I get. Oh, the skin is a coconut, you mean? Okay. Yes. You do have a coconut skin. Yeah. This makes me feel like also trying to play more. There's skins in this. Oh, in the second one, there's skins. Okay. I'm confused where the weird shadow that was here went before. I can see part of it. There's like this square thing going on. I'm not sure what that's all about. But what I was going to say, though, is... Okay, there's a sun reflection, I guess, there. I feel like that's weird positioning for that. Anyways, if they had this working in real time, so if it was 11:48 on the beach, and it was like a 24-hour cycle that went with the coconut, that would be amazing. All right, now the weird shadow's gone. Now I've got a regular coconut shadow. That looks nice. That may be my only critique so far. Yeah. Otherwise, we can sit here, just enjoy the sounds of the surf. I would be lying if I said I haven't absolutely fallen asleep to YouTube videos that are not too different than what I'm seeing here. There's one in particular that's just like a beach at night with waves going in and out. I don't know if it's AI generated or not, or even if it's I think it's computer generated, is what I was trying to say. But yeah, it's like one of those, it's a 24-hour video, and I think I've watched it on and off for the last 6 months. And it also has a weird, like, peak in one part of it. Like, there's, I don't know, like 6 hours in, it's just this huge spike. And I don't know if that's just something that people end up tuning in, or they put it on and it happens to be around 6 o'clock, or 6 hours into it, they come back and suddenly, oh shit, I forgot I had this on, or nope, that's enough. Maybe 6 hours of sleep. Who knows? But yeah, this is one of those very similar. This has more ambient noise. I mean, there's like birds and shit that I can hear around, and obviously there's more that you can look around and view. But yeah, no, just soothing, calming beach noises. Some wind would be nice as well, I guess. I don't think my shadow's moving, right? Like, it's just, it's there. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, what to do in the meantime? There are other coconuts, you are correct. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 coconuts for the time being. Unless there's one hanging over there, I can't quite tell. I should name the coconuts. Okay. What about... I will name them after video game characters from Chrono Trigger, because I enjoy that game immensely. So my first Chrono Trigger character here will be the protagonist. This is the Chrono Coconut, or the Chrono Nut, I guess. That's a good starting point. We'll have our first one that's on the side over there and kind of has a dimple facing towards us. That's Luca Nut, I guess, to go with that. Oh, we need one named Gary. That Gary is not a name from Chrono Trigger. that will completely mess up the naming conventions. All right, so we've got Chrono, Luca, Gary, I guess, back there in the corner. I don't know. I feel like coconuts, they should be treated more like pets in a way, right? And I don't like naming pets people names, if that makes sense. Like, you ever known people that name their pet like Steve or Jerry? Jerry's, I guess, kind of close to Gary. It feels weird when they have human names. I like animals that have oh, it saves at 500 points. That's great. Like animals that have more unique names or names that are like verbs or something. Case in point, I have two dogs right now. One is named Ash, which I guess is, technically a human name. Could be short for Ashley, or Asher. I think my son named him after Ash Ketchum, but every time I see his name, I just think like, oh, residual burned organic material. Ash. Easy. So sorry, that's a really shitty first example. My second dog, who also, I guess, has a person's name technically, was named after the character from the Expanse books. Short-lived character. I think he was only around in the first novel. Shed Garby, I think was his last name. Don't quote me on this. I still haven't read those books. But he, I believe, was a paramedic on the ice hauler freighter or the mining freighter thing that the other main character was on in that show. Crap, I'm blanking on his name now. Does it start with a C? I know the other female main character that was there was Naomi. Amos is there, or Amos. God, why can't I remember his name? Internet, save me. Whoa. Turn down that volume. You don't need to hear that. Expanse characters. James Holden. James Holden is the main character. There's Naomi Nagata, Amos Burton, Alex Kamal is the other one. Those are the four main ones. Yeah. But Expanse character Shed. Shed Garvey, Garvey. I think I've always said Garby, but it's Shed Garvey. It has been 10 minutes. You are correct. We are at 10 minutes. Is it just it's a point per second? 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Yeah, it's about a point a second. Okay. 10 minutes there. So 10 down, 50 to go. We're doing it. We're gonna make it. Anyways, the Shed is the name my wife picked for the dog, and she named him after that character. But yes, he was a medical technician aboard the Pern Clean, which is an ice hauler. That's what they were doing. They're hauling ice from the outer rings, or from the asteroid field area, aboard the Canterbury ship. Spoilers, though, bad things happen to Shed early on in the series, so he's a very short-lived character. But that was the one that my wife decided to name my dog after, and I don't know if that was because she had anticipations of him having a short-lived experience with us. He has now been with us for almost 4 years, so I think it's safe to say he's hanging around for a while. Again, though, whenever I see him or think of him, I think of just his fur, of which he has an absolute abundance of, and it is everywhere all the time. So he lived up to his namesake and fucking sheds a lot. So again, though, I feel like an action or a description verb for an animal is perfect. I really wanted to name him Banjo, though. It just seems like a dog that would fit perfectly with the name Banjo. And I wanted to name the other dog Ash, who happens to be his brother. They were from the same letter. Kazooie. I think Kazooie, or Banjo and Kazooie, would be an amazing name for two dogs. He also has, him being Ash, the longest, lankiest chicken-looking legs for a dog that I've ever seen. So I think it would fit that perfectly, because that is what happens in that game, is you run around with Kazooie on her chicken legs most of the damn time, and then Banjo is the one who kind of just gets all the other shit done. And I feel like that's also a good descriptor for Shed, because he is clearly the more alpha-ish or in-control dog in this whole scenario. I'm just realizing as I'm looking over there, is that 3 more coconuts in the distance, or is that like pots or something standing on a shelf? I can't fucking tell. Anyways. So yeah, that's me talking about my dogs for a bit. My prior dogs were named Samus, after the Metroid character, and Locke, which I guess is also a person's name, but I named him after the Final Fantasy character because he was an absolute lady killer. But yeah, not normal names, I guess, that I would interact with on a day-to-day basis. I would not name a pet, you know, what's a common, like, Rob. Rob is a name of a person I know very well, so I'm not going to name him that. Yes, your name is in the description. I told you, you caused this. And I am going to sit here and try my best to ramble for another 43 minutes. This is kind of like a dry run of what I'll be doing tomorrow anyways. I have to go... I don't have to, but I'm choosing to go and donate platelets, which is usually around a 2 to 2.5 hour ordeal of me sitting in a chair without access to my arms, usually listening to an audiobook, but just stuck there. So if I could do that, I could do this. And yes, Coconut is still here. Coconut is unmoving. Seems to be a very clear line in the, or water or earth line down there. I can see where the sand ends or just sort of drops off underneath the waves. But yeah, that'll be my outing tomorrow. I'll probably go get some food afterwards. Usually go to a Greek restaurant after the fact, because something about sitting there and having fluid pulled out of you and then pumped back in, it makes my stomach feel really weird. So they luckily give you a bunch of Tums to chew on while you're doing that. But yeah, just eating a nice big meal afterwards seems to get me back to basic pretty quick. So, and I gotta try one thing since I'm sitting here. Okay. Sensitivity is sensitive, but not overly sensitive. If I just go right to left, though, I get like what, 5, 6 rotations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Never mind, 8. 8 rotations as I go all the way across my mouse pad, so that's good to know. Yeah, what else is there to talk about while I think about these things? It's July. The year's already half over. Doesn't feel like it's been half a year already, but here we are. Kind of crazy. I've been doing this for over half of a year at this point. as far as doing these streaming challenge things. I think, again, my whole intent behind it, though, was just a way to really... Is that a shark out there? What the hell's the thing now? Or is it two sharks? That looks like two sharks. Oh shit, you can actually see the outline of them. Oh damn. Maybe it's a whale, like an orca whale. Also, those flying fish, what the fuck were those? Oh, that is definitely an orca. Yeah. Neat. We got two orcas just swimming around out there. That's kind of cool. Anyways. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, about the streaming. I have no intention of, nor do I think I ever will be, a big-time streaming personality, person that can do this as a supplemental means of making a living. I was doing this more to just kind of help bring more of a rhythm and consistency, I guess, to my life than I would normally see. Since I usually start this, it's also the next day, so it's past midnight. But making sure I start a stream at least once a day, so before midnight each day. However long it goes after that is fine. But it's basically starting it from as close to a definition of the start of a day, which is midnight, as I can, with, all right, I'm doing this, closing out the end of one day and starting the new day with a stream, doing something I really enjoy doing, which is just playing games and relaxing. And some of them that I played have been very stressful. That's fine, though. It's a good feeling to have when you're playing certain games, to be hyped and amped up. But also, it helps set a regular cadence of, cool, I've done this, I can go through and do the other things throughout the day that I need to. I think I was also kind of driven, though, because of my other games that I play on a day-to-day basis on my phone. Like, that's probably what I will just do now as I'm sitting here, is I also have a... What do we got? In the New York Times game app, I am currently on a 795-day Wordle streak. So, let's start working on that. The word that I have been guessing as my opener for a while now, at least until I get it, is the word teams. So I'm going to enter that in, and we have A in the A is in the middle because of the word, but it is not in the right place. So I have a singular A, not in the right spot. So I like to usually follow that up with some additional additional vowels to eliminate those. Oh shit. Sorry, 1 sec, I'm just noticing Did this thing... My stream die? Hang on. Okay, no, we're back. Sweet. Yeah. So, an A, but not in the right spot, so... It's an A word that lets me kind of maximize my other vowels. Abhor is kind of nice. ABHOR. Or about's not too bad either. Damn, what did I do yesterday? That was a good one, though. I was thinking about this for a little bit. 1 sec, let me think. I could do it. No, again, wouldn't work very well. Mm, mm. Fuck it, I'm doing a pour. A-B-H-O-R. Oh, well, we got an A in the right spot. That's about it. So, yeah, I'm working on my the other daily game things while I'm chilling for a little bit. Doing the daily Wordle. I have an A in the right place. No O. Oh, I did Gaily the other day. That was a really good one. Shit. Too late for that now. So something that starts with an A. No T, E, M, S, B, H, O, or R. There's probably an I in there somewhere if I had to guess. What do we got? What do we got? How about again? A G. No, I just said that before. That won't work. A Axian. A-X-I-A-N. I feel like there has to be another A in there. I don't know why. That's not an actual word though. Fuck. I can't do alien. It needs an E. Do you know geode? As in the rock type? Where you... What the fuck was that? Excuse me. That bird seemed... That sounded like something fell near me. What the fuck? Am I crazy? What is that noise? I feel like it's always behind me in my headphones. That's not fun sounding. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that. Pretend it's nothing bad happening. Do you know geode? No for geometry dash. No, which one was that? I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Is geode the one that... Is that a level? Or is that a one of the, like, forms that you take as you're running around? While we wait for that to sink in. God, I feel like Alien would be such a good guess. I should have done that first. Apian? A-P-I-A-N? Does that work? Oh, shit! A, I, A, and N are all in the right spot, so... A blank, I-A-N. A, way, A, F, add, gag, dax. I tried axing that. Avian. Avian. A. We got it. Alright, so spoilers for that Wordle today on the 11th of July. If you play that game, don't watch this as a VOD, you know, as a time traveler or something like that. It's to modify the game. No, how does Geode modify that game? I'm still very unfamiliar with the full intricacies of Geometry Dash. I do got to go back to it at some point and play that other. I'd like to beat some of the main levels still. The custom levels start getting bonkers though, man. 91 skill rating though out of 99, not bad. First guess left me with 231 words. Went down to 14 and then went down to 1. Excellent. There's only one possible solution left, and you got it. What other times readers did? No one in our sample of 106,177 completed Wordles based this scenario. Crazy. It's cool. It adds a new button, and you can get some mods like globed. Cool. I don't know what globed is either, but that's cool. I'm sure if I talked to my son about it, he would have a better idea. That kid eats and breathes Geometry Dash and Fortnite. Also Roblox a little bit now too, but I don't know. I think I kept him away for that long enough that he didn't get as entrenched in it. Man, I would love to see some other people show up on this too. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Also, if this turns into like a fucking insane jump scare, like an hour in, I'm gonna be cross. Globed is a thing where you can play with other people. Oh, got it. So there's like multiplayer modes or mods for that. Interesting. Okay. If you're gonna do a multiplayer mod for a game like Geometry Dash, I feel like that's just becoming then. What's that one? Like Shapes and Beats. That's what that starts to feel like at that point. Although, I guess the Geometry Dash levels are very much fixed plane only, and you're kind of moving left to right. You need an account. Okay. I don't think I realized. I mean, I think I had an understanding just from a background. You know, hey, if there's going to be people putting this much effort and, you know, work into a level, custom level, then yes, obviously they would have other mod support and things like that. I'll have to try that out at some point, though. I feel like if I was going to play another multiplayer beat-oriented game, though, it would be Beat Saber again. I haven't played the multiplayer version of that in quite a while. What is that noise? Anything behind me? Nope, just ocean back there. Just like it always has been. Okay. Sweet. Well, there's the Wordle done for the day. Move on to connections, I guess. Still, Slinky, Aardvark, Woody, Glassy, Cannon, Bocce, Ebbing, Bo Peep, Flat, Unicycle, Calm, Jesse, Trapeze, Twiddle, Woody, Glassy, Flat, or maybe still Flat, Calm, and Woody. Still Flat, Calm, Woody kind of seem like one. It's all just things that are still and unmoving. Stilts, Unicycle, Trapeze, and maybe still Flat, Calm, Woody, Stilts, Unicycle, Trapeze. The Bocce? I'm thinking things that you can like balance on for that one. I don't know, we'll think a little bit more. That's got to be the first two. Where's that freaking noise again? It's like a crab moving around or something like that. Anyways, still calm, flat. Maybe it's glassy instead. And then stilts, unicycle, trapeze. Maybe it's canon? Just for like circus acts or something like that? Yeah, by all means. You can have me on Steam, dude. Go nuts. There's a couple other vectors out there, but they shouldn't be too hard to find. Alright, so stilts, trapeze, unicycle, cannon maybe. Still woody. Can't be woody. Still glassy, flat. Calm. Woody, Bo Peep. Oh, Woody, Bo Peep, Slinky. Jesse? Those are all Toy Story characters? What does that leave? Aardvark, Bocce, Ebbing, and Twiddle? No, Vector Ware was what I made for YouTube itself. So, it's just my name, or it's just Vector on Steam, if you want to look me up. If you can't find me, you could type in your name and I can look you up after this as well. I'm gonna guess that it's those four, though. Because I feel like I don't see the connection with that one, which is usually a good indication that it's the purple topic. So Aardvark, Bocce, Twiddle, Ebbing. Hey, got that one. Double letters appearing in that letter's alphabetical position. Oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah, double A for Aardvark, double B for Ebbing. In the sec. Wow. Okay. Cool. Cool. So I feel like that's got to be then Woody, Jesse, Slinky, Bo Peep for the blue category. Maybe. Hell yeah, Toy Story characters. All right. So the last one then, is it stilts, cannon, unicycle, and trapeze, or calm, flat, glassy? And I'm gonna say it's calm, glassy, flat, and still first. Or isn't it? Hell yeah, undisturbed as water, which leaves stilts, cannon, trapeze, and unicycle as the circus equipment. Sweet! Reverse rainbow. Done. Also, spoilers. Don't watch this today if you play the New York Times games. No. My profile is currently... It's very colorful. It's probably just easier if I look up your name, man. Are you just EggrollRolls on Steam? I can look you up after this. Alright, last one for the daily New York Times games is Fishy Fair, is today's theme. So, I think I see tuna in there. I see casserole. Tuna. Noodle? Oh, what else is there? I gotta get the one that goes all the way across first. I'm guessing it's just like fish dishes is what I'm looking at, or tuna dishes. Tuna slud, yes. What to do? Maybe it is just casserole. That does go all the way across. Oh shit, that was it. Nice. So is it just tuna casserole's another one? Tuna, yeah. Noodles. Sweet. The hell is that side thing? Laps? No. How would that be in there? Peas. There we go. Pepper. Nice. Salt. 3 more words, huh? Holy shit. Cheese. Soup. Milk. I don't think... Why is soup in there for a casserole? That's kind of weird. Oh, I guess for like green bean casserole or something. I guess that makes sense. Okie dokie. That's all 3 New York Times games. Still have a few other things that I play for the daily on there, but I won't go into detail with that yet. Where are we at for time? We're at 2,433 seconds. A little over 40 minutes in. 20 or so to go. What else do I want to do then, I guess? So I'll play my other daily games. I'm curious, as you're looking up my name, how many other vectors are there out there these days? I'm guessing a few, but I haven't gone and looked up my own name in a while. Connect the houses of the same color. Easy. I haven't heard that weird noise again. I think it only happens when I'm actually facing. Yeah, like as soon as I looked away, I heard that again. I'm trying to think, what's the best view in this so far? Is it the one with the sun right there? Maybe this one? Just straight up. Like if I had the coconut had eyes, which one would be the mouth? Kind of like... The hell is that? Those voices? I'm hearing voices? Are people talking? Do they actually have, like, scripted events that take place after been on here for so long? Oh shit, my daily game thing's going on and I've lost a bunch of the rounds. Let's, can I start that over? Probably not. I swear I just heard people talking in this. Yeah, I'll add you after this, man, I promise. Have I not adhered to my words so far? Remember, you are the reason that I'm here right now doing this. I do have to say, though, you did promise it would be an experience, and it has been. Just gives me time to sort of think and reflect. Alrighty. There's that. That thing. Oh. Cool. Fallen right into my trap. How funny would it be, though, if just like a random giant hand comes out of the ocean and just slowly grabs you or drags you under the water? I don't think that's going to happen. But that would be a fun twist on this kind of a genre. Maybe it's like Corpse Simulator. You're just a dead body that randomly gets moved because of other, otherworldly events that take place. Like you're found by a cleaning crew. They, bring your body to like a crematorium or something like that, but as you're being driven over, you suddenly get knocked out of the vehicle, and now you're having to roll around or something like that, down to a new spot. Or then you end up falling down a hill and you end up by a river. What's going on, Nico? Thanks for stopping by. I am currently playing Coconut Simulator. I'm roughly 45 minutes in. I'm doing this at the request of EggrollRolls here. EggrollRolls, I swear I'm gonna get that right at some point. But yeah, he had made the suggestion that I pick up this game and try it. So I am. And I'm just enjoying my time on the beach. Got some other coconuts over there that you can check out. Got a nice view of the water. There's a couple orcas hanging out over there and some lionfish things, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. But there are several achievements to earn for this game. You are 100% right. It is the experience of experiences to have in the gaming world. It's the achievements, I think, that are the most intimidating and scary part of the whole thing. There's one for doing this for 100 hours, I believe, in this version. And I think it's 1,000 hours in the sequel, which is just phenomenal. I think is the best way to describe it. Way better than BO7. What's BO7? I'm sorry. You'll have to enlighten me. I gotta try to figure out, too, if there's a way I can edit the amount of delay that happens with these videos. Alright, almost 50 minutes in. Oh, Black Ops 7. I have not played Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2. And that's... Holy shit, those birds. It's just the noises, though. They're not actually here. Okay, anyways. That's Modern Warfare 2, the original one that came out. Not the remake of it that's been out for, I think, not super long at this point, but yeah, I only played the first Black Ops game way back in the day. I guess that came out after 2? Oh, nice. Yeah, I forget. Is that the first one? Black Ops 1 was the first one that had like the zombie mode in it, I think. Right? And then they like kind of skipped it every other release. It's that series is right up there with like freaking Assassin's Creed as far as games that like cool. There's an absolutely never-ending string of them that you can play. Uh I feel like I got all of the experience out of the first few games that I tried, and I have not gone out of my way to try to play more of them since. World at War was, okay. So World at War, I think, was actually on like Xbox or PlayStation and stuff like that. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Yeah, so I had never played them on consoles, though, because I never had an Xbox. I had a PlayStation 2. I don't think it came out on PlayStation 2. I think it was like PlayStation 3, but I always had a PC or all the Nintendo consoles. That was kind of my gaming realm that I hung out in. Yeah, that circles back to, I guess, the beginning of this conversation was the whole reason I started doing the streaming challenge that I've been doing, and I'm whatever 190 days into it now, was to force myself to just play some of the insane number of games I have in my backlog on Steam, because otherwise I don't think I ever would, man. You buy these things, you add them to the library, and then they just sit there. And then fast forward 50, 60 years, and shit, then you're dead. And that account sits there, I guess. PS2 is the way, man. Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, Battlefront was really fun. Um, wasn't what was the other one that you could play? The Rogue Squadron, where you're like an X-wing fighter going around doing missions and shit like that. I think that might have been my favorite Star Wars game from that era. Again, I had a PS2, but after the fact, I had more GameCube games for a lot of that. So I remember my friend and I would always just go back and forth because we were kids and arguing about games is what you do. But you'd get like a title for it, and he'd get one for the PS2, and I'd get one for the GameCube. So like, shit, what was the one that we played a bunch? SSX, Tricky. He loved that version of it on the PS2, and I thought it was great on the GameCube. But yeah, just weird little differences that I guess you wouldn't notice unless you played both versions. The Jack and Daxter series is one I've never actually tried. I've heard that's really good. I've heard the Ratchet and Clank series is phenomenal as well. I gotta try to get into that at some point. I don't know if they actually added those to Steam. I'll have to maybe look that up after this. Yeah, it's just, there's so many games out there. I picked up a PS2 originally to play the Final Fantasies that I missed out on. So I wanted to play Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 11 I'd played on my PC for a little while, but then 12 as well. And then there's some other really good PS2 games like Shadow of the Colossus. Just ones that they still, I don't think have really, like they've done re-releases and remasters on PlayStation consoles, but they haven't ported them elsewhere still. So, like, I don't think there's another way to play Shadow of the Colossus other than owning a PlayStation still at this point. Not, legally anyways. You could always emulate it, download it, whatever. But, yeah. I'll have to check on the Jack thing after this. A lot of really good, like, mascot-themed series like that. Okay, I feel like we're in the last home stretch for this. 5 more minutes of coconut peace and quiet. This will end up having, I think, to become a second monitor, possibly a third monitor game, where I'm just running this windowed down into the smallest resolution possible, and then it's just gonna sit there. I'll start it before I like leave for work each day, come back, scratch 8-9 hours off the time frame, and I will and then yeah, I will get to that achievement within, I don't know, what's 6 hours a day, or what's 100 divided by 6? Is that 30 days ish? No, I can't do simple math. 60 days ish? No, that's 360 hours. 30 days, right? 6 times 6 is 30. No, 10. It's not 10 days. Why can't I do that? I'm so freaking out of it right now. Hang on. This is why we have tools. 100 divided by 6 is 16 days. I was half there. Okay, still that idea and have it on my streams. I didn't even realize, what did I say, stream-wise, that you would take an idea for. And yes, I do stream with OBS off Steam. It's just, it keeps it up to date. I don't have to worry about downloading it and installing it. EggrollRolls, how dare you steal my ideas? Oh, you mean this? Like sitting here chilling with the coconut? I doubt I'm the first person to do this, so by all means, go nuts. Haha, get it? Go nuts. Anyways, yeah, no, take it, enjoy. Not a bad way to just kind of sit and chill and kill time. There's some other games like this that I picked up in the Steam sale recently that I think would be a good feel for that, or a good fit for that kind of a game session as well. There's like, was it Cast and Chill was another one I picked up. Oh, yeah, no, hell yeah. Putting in the bottom corner. When I was streaming on Twitch, which I haven't done in ages now, I did that with Plastic Duck Simulator. The I don't know if you've seen that one on Steam, but it's just another idle. You're watching like either a pool or a hot tub or something, and ducks, like plastic toy ducks, start showing up over time, and you just have to let it run for ages to try to get them all to show up and to get all the achievements. Every once in a while, like random events will happen, like a pool toy will get blown into the pool, or you know, there'll be a gust of wind that comes by and blows a bunch of the ducks away, and then you have to wait for them to show up again. But that's what I had actually done for that game, was I had it streaming in the corner while I was playing other things on top of it. The coconut thing's not a bad idea though, because I'd imagine you could make it pretty minimal, have it not take up a lot of resources, and you could like customize it, man. Like put a little overlay on the little video for the coconut, draw faces and stuff like that. Or I don't know, draw up your coconut each day. Oh, it's in OBS that you can do the delay. Oh, I don't think I would have ever thought of that. I thought it was all on the YouTube side of things, so I was going to try to go poke around there and look at it. Cool, thank you for the info. I will try to figure that out after this stream and go from there. Yeah, you can make it. Yeah, have people draw on it. Go nuts. I'm sure. Hopefully, nothing obscene shows up. I'd be a little bit wary of letting other people draw stuff on your stream, but you never know. It might not be too bad. All right. So 60 times 60 is 3,600 seconds, right? We are 150 seconds away from the first achievement, the first milestone, as it were, for this game. And that's probably where I will call the stream afterwards. So, yeah. Or maybe you could make it you could have people do that, but it's, I don't know if you're into doing the whole sub thing or having people support it that way. They want to pay the money and then being able to draw a temporary face on a coconut or something like that. Or make a poll and then vote on it that way. Maybe that's a safer way to do that sort of an interaction without it, you know, causing you to have to take your VOD down or deal with the aftermath of doing stuff. I don't know, for some reason, when I just think of people drawing on things now, I'm just thinking of freaking Mecha Chameleon, because, I mean, that's all what that game's about. But yeah, the few times I've joined public lobbies and people just draw absolute, like what you were saying, EggrollRolls, the obscene things and the racist things people start saying is ridiculous. So it's one thing to have it on mic and have people talk about it, and then you can at least mute that. But then if they're freaking drawing it on their shirts and avatars and walking around with it, it's like, God, what do you do with that, right? Like, you can't block that video. Sorry, you didn't actually tell me, or I didn't see. If you sent the friend code, I didn't get it. But I'll try to look up your name on Steam and then add you. A lot of videos that will help the delay too. Okay, I'll have to look that up, Nico, see what I can find. 2 a.m., huh? That is not too long from now. We are 60 seconds, 1 minute away from hopefully the first achievement. I swear, if there's a jump scare in this and I end up like screaming like a scared child, I am blaming you entirely. I will not be happy. But let's see. We'll take one last look around. So, pure ocean view over there, almost. Oh, you get to see the nut texture up close. That's nice. Got the little stand or dry dock over there. 25 seconds. Oh God, the birds. They sound like they're right in my ear, man. Okay. 10 seconds. Tick, 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 tick. Are you ready for it? I'm ready for it. Here we go. Hell yeah. Beginner coconut. Be a coconut for 1 hour. I've done it. I'm the only one streaming this on YouTube. That's amazing. Good to know. Thank you. I'm glad that I got to have that as my moment in time. 12:44 in the morning. In the month of July. I mean, there are worse things to stream, right? I mean, at least this fits the summer feel, the summer vibe. You know, it's just it's a nice way to chill and hang out, but it is a bit lacking in gameplay engagement. I do like the environment, I do like the noise. I don't know what was happening before with like the voices I was hearing and other stuff kind of feeling like it was right behind me. That was a little sketchy, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll be doing more of this later. Sub, thanks for the good old time. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you later, Nico. Be safe. Big 31, hell yeah. Love it. On my way. I would love to hit 50 at some point just so I could live stream from my phone, but when it happens, it happens. One thing that I do before this a lot is I walk my dogs, and I usually am streaming to my friends on Discord, just walking my dogs. That'd be a fun way to, again, segue into a video before I do that, but we'll see if I can get there at some point. Not going to push it. Not going to worry about it. But on that note, I think I'm going to call that. So this has been Coconut Simulator, the first hour, the first achievement. I'm going to give this game a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, I think more the engagement and ability to hang out with people is the clear benefit here. I hate to think about this just running and eating cycles on my GPU for the next 100+ hours, but that's fine. I'll get there when I get there. So, anyways, I can't believe you can hide the HUD too. It's freaking ridiculous. That's going to do it, though. If you're watching this later, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Until then, take it easy. Peace. Likewise, good night. Take care. Oh, did that not work? Oh, I'm going to break OBS doing that. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm trying to type in the chat, and it's so slow. Oops. I misspelled that. Oh, it's trying so hard. No, don't end it yet. I tried typing into the chat on OBS and it is just screaming at me. Hang on. Main menu. Quit. Yeah, sorry, I gotta quit the game. That thing is just eating my system resources. I don't know why. Alright. Alright, there we go. And thank you, Eggroll, for the suggestion. I'll see if I can get you added here in a little bit. Alright. Later.